Unicorns and glitter and taxidermy critters are just some of the things they like. They also enjoy 80s hair bands, Grizzly Adams and John Goodman, so if you think that's weird then you can take a hike. But the things they enjoy the most are making art and cracking jokes, so without further ado, here are your hosts. You've got your two artsy gals, Here are your two artsy gals.
Hey listeners, Katie here. Sorry ahead of time. This is a noisy episode because it's Doing Stuff episode, and Lonnie and I were doing Indian paper art, which involved rolling tissue paper. And, you hear us rolling the paper. Sorry. Don't know what to do about that. It's not actually that bad, but if you're one of those people that gets crunchy about certain sounds, you might not enjoy this episode. I don't know. Anyway, it's a fun one, and we hope you enjoy it. If you would like to keep Doing Stuff episodes and all the other fun episodes that you enjoy coming at you, we need you to help us support the show. One of the big things that we're trying to do right now is get more ratings and reviews on iTunes. We are actually having a contest. So if you go to iTunes and rate and review us, and then screenshot it and email it to twoartsygals@gmail.com, or post the screenshot in our Facebook group, Two Artsy Gals Making Cool Shit Yo, which you can join by request, and we will gladly accept you. Then once we get to 25 reviews, we're going to put all the names in a hat, and we're going to draw a name, and you will win a Two Artsy Gals pencil bag, which we sell on Redbubble. So you'll have your choice between our logo, or the Making Cool Shit Yo logo that we now have up there. Speaking of Redbubble, we have a bunch of merchandise. We have all kinds of bags, from pencil bags to big, the canvas tote bags. There's even a fucking clock on there, guys, like a wall clock with our logo in it, because it's time to make some cool shit, I guess. I don't fucking know. But you can go to there through our website, twoartsygals.com. It'll take you right to our store. And actually, I believe it's the pictures of the clocks that's up there that you push on, or you click to go to our store. Also on our website, you can support us by donating money through PayPal. There is a donate button on the page. Just click that. You know the drill. It lets you do a one-time donation or a small monthly donation, whatever you would like. And you can also get something for us off our Amazon wish list. We have a wish list. It just says wish list. You can link right to it. We like to put stuff up there that we have plans to talk about in the future, but maybe don't want to have to pay for out of our own pocket for the podcast, because it's not something that we'll probably ever use again. But anyway, you can do that. You can also just support us by telling other people about the podcast, spreading the word, because we need more listeners. And email us if you have any questions or comments, or you would like to request a show. We love getting listener requests, because we're actually starting to get to a point when we get down to about 30 or so ideas. Some of the ideas in our master list have been kicking around for a long time, and we're probably never going to use them. But when it starts getting lower, the list starts shrinking, I start getting nervous. Like, are we going to run out of shit to talk about? That would be awful if we did. I mean, we would probably just rehash some old episodes until we thought of something new. But if you guys if you listeners have anything that you want to hear about, email us at twoartsygals@gmail.com, or you can call and leave us a message on our voicemail line, which is 503-395-7190. And I feel like we have a message from Elisade, but I haven't played. Am I doing that? I'm sorry, Elisade, if you left us a message recently and I didn't play it. Sometimes I lose track of shit, because we record a couple episodes at a time, and then by the time we record again, I'm like, oh, duh. Yeah, I forgot that. Anyway, I think that's everything for this week. So enjoy this Doing Stuff episode. Hey, everybody. This is Katie.
And this is Lonnie.
And you're listening to Two Artsy Gals. Yay! And I apologize ahead of time for any, there's going to be a lot of noise on this episode.
Happy
because
noise.
We are doing a Doing Stuff episode.
Making a rainbow.
Katie and Lonnie are doing stuff. Katie and Lonnie, they do lots of stuff.
And we are doing Indian paper art. So Indian as in the country, not Native Americans. That Indian paper art.
Yeah.
This actually started, so the whole thing that started the idea for this episode, if you are in our Facebook group, Two Artsy Gals Making Cool Shit Yo, I posted a video. You should totally be there. Find it on Facebook, ask to be added, and I will add you probably almost immediately because my phone's in my face all the time. I posted a video of this man making the coolest fucking flower out of rolled paper, and it was like, it blew my fucking mind. It was like magic. I watched magic happen.
I know, it is.
I was like, holy fucking shit, how did he do that? And from that point on, I actually want to try your larger papers for this one. From that point on, I was obsessed with figuring out how the fuck to do what he did. Yeah. And people, I did.
Turns out
I learned it. It's not that hard.
Tutorials out there.
There are tutorials. You just have to use it actually took me a while to find the tutorials because I didn't know what he was doing was called. I didn't know what it was called. I don't know why making that sentence happen was so hard for me, but I didn't know what it was called.
Tutorial on how to start the roll.
So, here's the thing I learned from last night, experimenting. You want the hollow inside the hole to be not little. It needs to be a bigger hollow.
Oh, okay.
Also, I should get our scissors. Behind you. To bring scissors. Oh, I got scissors coming out my butt, and the big silver ones. And actually, there's a little jar of scissors over there that just in case, because they're it's kind of difficult to cut through. Yeah. So while we're working on this, I kind of want to first talk a little bit about what this Indian paper art is, because I had difficulty finding, I wanted to talk about the history of it or the cultural significance of it, but this specific thing that we're doing, I really couldn't find anything specifically about it. But what I did find was a little bit about handicrafts and Indian handicrafts because they're from India. So handicrafts is the art of making crafts by hand. In India, it's called Indian handicrafts. In ancient India, people lived in colonies called tribals, and they were used to make utility items for their daily needs. So people just made what they fucking needed.
Like if they need rope or a chair
or rugs or blankets or whatever. And the art of making the crafts is called handicrafts, and the items handicrafted goods. So people started selling these products at local markets, and then it's the tourist industry that made a market for these things being sold as a income from tourism. So white people going to India and want to buy the cool shit they see there. Yeah. And it's pretty. And I don't know, I love Bollywood movies and videos and anything like that because the colors are so favorite. Kurt and I went to this little Indian restaurant down on Macadam a while ago, and they have these big screen TVs and they have Bollywood music videos playing the whole time. Fun. And I didn't even talk to Kurt. He kept going, "What are you doing?" Because his back was to the bank of TVs. I couldn't stop watching. No, yeah. Because it's so beautiful and so amazing.
Yeah, and so fun.
So I do want to...
And they're such beautiful people.
Oh my God. And have you ever seen... I'm not going to remember the name of the movie. It's Most Exotic Marigold Hotel, maybe? There's two of them. And my Hollywood heartthrob right now, Dev Patel, stars in them. He is so fucking hot. He is good looking. And he's very cute.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's set in India and it is gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. And you see all these bright decorations made out of these papers, and this is what this is, and it's what we're doing. It's called, and we are not doing it with as nimble fingers as the
men in the videos are just they're just so fast.
Fucking fast.
Yeah.
But basically,
and so polite.
So polite and so sweet, and you're you're rolling papers. And now I thought it was just tissue paper. So I bought a bunch of tissue paper. And this May, I want you to be prepared, Lonnie, to have some challenges and have it not work as well as it should. Because I feel like they're using something called silk paper, which looks like tissue paper, but I think that it is actually made from silk fibers. And
I feel like I'm doing this too close to the microphone.
I feel like I am too. I'm really sorry. We're rolling.
I'll try to do it under the table.
Paper right now, guys. People, sorry. But I feel like when you look at it, it's a little bit more sturdy. Like it's still thin, but it slides against itself easier. And it's a little more, I don't know. There's just something more stable about it. Hold on for 1 second. I'm going to push pause because my dog's being a real penis. Again, I apologize for all the paper crackling that you guys are going to hear. In my research that I was doing, we do have a Pinterest board for this. Mostly, though, I'm going to be linking tutorial videos that I found.
They're so
on
sweet.
YouTube, and it is wonderful. They're wonderful videos.
Yeah.
They really are. They're so funny, too.
They're
there was one that a man was actually doing in a classroom. Did you see that one where he's teaching little kids? And he was like, now boys and girls, now children. And he was making that garland that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And he was like, he asked a little boy to come up and grab the other end of it and help him. And he pulled it out. And the sound that the kids made, I made the same sound. I was like, woo.
I know. Yes. It does make you make that sound.
Yeah, you just get all
because
like,
you can't believe.
No, it's amazing.
What is coming out of just rolled up tissue paper and a few simple cuts and no glue. They say that a lot. No glue.
You don't use any glue. You're just rolling and overlapping these sheets of paper. I found in my research a book by a man named, it's a learning book by D.K. Ra, R-A-I. I don't know how you would pronounce that. It's a book called Indian Paper Art from the Council for Indo-Indian Relation. It says Happy New Year on it, so it makes me wonder if these are things that they would use during a New Year celebration.
Mm-hmm.
It is written English and Indian, I would think. And it has pictures, instructions for many of the things that you see, just in case you forget. I think this is the one that you're working on, the garland. Yeah, the garland one. So I'll hand that to you in just a second. I found it, I can't remember, scribed. Anyway, I got it. It says, by reading the instructions from page 1 to 16 carefully, you are able to produce at least 16 paper articles. Make your home and other facilities beautiful with Indian decorations. The creative ideas will give you mental satisfaction.
It's so true.
They will give me mental satisfaction.
And that's such a great way of looking at it.
So do you want the instructions, the page with the garland on it? Because I know that's what you're making.
I'm just going for it. I'm hoping that I'm right. Because the one I watched, he started out with his paper already rolled up. And he's like, I have about 10 papers here.
Is it this one where he makes the 2 cuts?
Yes.
Okay, there's that. Because there's also one where they make a 1 cut and it does it differently.
Oh, those are both cool.
But yeah, we're going to take some pictures of the things that we make. And we're going to post a ton of videos. But this is so exciting. I love this stuff. Like, it's so... Yeah. One thing I did also find is that those men have much stronger hands than I do. Because it is hard cutting through this many layers.
Yes.
Of tissue paper. So
you have to have really sharp scissors.
And I don't actually know that my scissors are super sharp. But right now I'm going to try to make the lotus flower because... pretty.
Yeah, I like the lotus flower a lot. And I would just hang them on the wall. You know?
Yeah.
I love paper flowers as decoration.
I can hear his voice in my head.
Yeah.
Like as I'm doing this, I'm like, now flip it over.
No, this is probably going to be a problem that my last piece is so much wider, huh? I guess I can just cut it off, right?
Oh, did I? Yeah. Or you can just undo it and get one that's not, I don't know. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm just going to
I cut all this paper with my paper cutter. And there is that. That sound makes me jump every time.
Okay, I'm just going to trim that.
It is hard to cut this paper.
Now I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how tight I'm supposed to have it either, so I'm afraid I don't have it tight enough, but...
I have a couple. If you look in the garbage can behind you, I have a few fails. My fails last night when I was experimenting were with the actual pulling this flower out and then getting it to go back. Oh, I cut it off.
Oh.
Now I gotta start over. Speaking of fails. Boo.
Cut twice.
I'm gonna use a different color. I don't want to use all your pink. I'll use orange.
I got lots of pink.
Do you have lots of pink? Because I really want pink.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think these are things that you see like in like a lot of decorations in the Bollywood movies and in the music videos and in regular movies. Like you see a lot of taxi cabs with these pretty decorations in them.
Yes.
I think that that's what these are.
Yep.
Hey Lonnie, can you do me a favor when you're done cutting that? Can you, behind you, there is a blue bag with handles that's for my recycling. I feel like we should have that nearby because we're throwing stuff all over the place.
Should I just put it under the table?
Yeah, just go ahead and put it under there just so that we have a place because like this one I'm like, what am I going to do with this? It's all on my way now. Meow.
I can almost get it. Let me try these scissors. I'm trying all these different scissors to get my... Because it's more than halfway, but not all the way. Eek. That's scary.
It is a little bit scary when you do the cut. I'm also afraid I'm going to cut myself because, you know.
And then you fold it.
It's kind of my superpower, doing dumb shit to myself all the time.
Look at the rainbow inside.
Taste the rainbow. That's what made me think of it. I think you're going to have trouble cutting that, but maybe not.
I'm having trouble folding it down.
Oh, maybe you need to cut it a little further. I don't know.
They made it look so easy.
Well, they do, but I think most of the people in the video are men, and maybe they just have stronger man hands than we do.
Yeah?
Like, my hands are not as strong. But I feel like the important thing is to leave... I noticed they're leaving a pretty good hole in the middle, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I think when you do it too tightly, then it makes it too thick. Because that's the problem that I was... Part of what I was running into last night, I think.
Okay, and then these
Oh my god. I've been saving a story for this episode.
down and you cut across.
Just because I wanted to tell you what I fucking witnessed yesterday on my street. It was hilarious. Wildlife gone crazy, I tell you.
Really?
Well, I could hear this commotion. I was standing in my bedroom doing something. I went in the room for something. I don't know what I was doing, but I could hear like this crow really cawing. Like it was really close to the house and it sounded agitated.
Yeah.
So I looked out the window just in time to see a squirrel running across the street. This crow, I'm not fucking kidding you, swooped down out of the sky, landed on the fucking squirrel's head and like bounced and bashed its face into the cement of the road and then swooped and flew away. And the squirrel ran and hid under the car across the street. I just stood there with my mouth open like, did I just fucking witness that?
Wow.
Crow had enough of that fucking squirrel's shit.
I bet he stole his food or something.
Yeah, it's always about the foods.
Yep.
Oh, you got it.
Oh. I don't know.
And then you
but now
gotta
it's
make
all...
the frillies, don't you?
Yeah. Let's see. So
Like, this is a really, like, these, when you, so in the video I posted on our group, when the guy did it, when the result of him, of this process is so dramatic, it makes you think it's going to be so fucking hard. But all it is rolled paper. And you just attach colors as you go down, and it, you attach them by overlapping the roll. So when you roll, you get one paper rolled, one strip of paper rolled, just I would say about 2 or 3 inches before you get to the end of the paper, you lay another paper on the inside of it and then just roll it in, and you just keep going, and you don't ever need glue. And the way that you fold and cut everything makes it, makes everything kind of stick together, like it bends it together. Lonnie has a pained look on her face.
I just don't think I'm doing this right. But it's going to do something.
Well, it's okay because I bought this tissue paper, like, dollar store, yo.
Yeah.
I got literally $1 each for 25 sheets.
Sweet.
what I'm getting at is that tissue paper's cheap.
Yes.
Even though we're currently using Lonnie's. I think that I cut my strips a little too narrow. So I'm trying out Lonnie's because when I cut hers, I have a paper cutter. So when I cut hers, I did them a little more thickly. Thickly? You're doing it?
Oh, they fringed that too? Or?
No.
Well, then where do you pull it from?
You fold it in half. Keep it folded in half.
Like this?
You grab this right here and just gently work it up.
Oh my gosh.
And
what?
pull it. Don't squeeze it hard.
Okay.
You just have to do it gently.
I may have failed.
Well, you may have started with too many colors, but
I know, I was pretty ambitious.
But it might just go. Just
I'm
keep
like-
trying. There, it's coming. You just keep pulling it out. That's how it goes. You want to just pull it all from both sides at the same time.
Oh. This is funny, you guys.
I always feel bad that people can't see what we're doing.
I know.
When we do this, but that might be a possibility in the near future. Once we get the Patreon thing going, we're gonna try to start filming videos of the Doing Stuff episodes as a Patreon reward, so you'll get the video of what everybody else listens to in audio. But right now, I'm kind of in this place where
Katie.
is it going?
Yes.
Do you want me to pull from this side, or is it?
Yes.
Is it? Do you have to be gentle with it? I don't want to rip it.
Not too gentle, but just. Oh.
Oh my god. Okay,
my
I got
God.
it. Okay.
Sorry.
It's working.
It's working. Oh my god, it's so
You gotta
pretty.
hold it better though, because
Oops.
it's coming undone
Oops.
on that side. There we go.
What am I doing? Oh my god.
Okay, I gotta put down what I'm doing
Oh,
and walk. I'm gonna walk
sorry,
out
I-
here in the hallway. So turn towards the hall.
Okay. Oh, happy birthday.
I
Oh,
broke it.
but so close.
But it may have not. Like if you got a couple. Oh my god.
Okay.
So Lonnie made the coolest fucking garland. I'm gonna hang your garland right here.
Yeah, I don't think it's precise, but what's cool is it still worked out. I mean,
And I think you were a little bit more timid about rolling.
yes.
With-
So you do want it to be pretty kind of tight, but not in the very middle. Ooh, you're doing the lotus, huh?
Yeah, and this seems to be, well, knock on wood, it seems to be working a little better than the one that I did.
Oh, I was so close to having a full rainbow. That's so cool. And so you could probably even get creative with your cuts, and it's going to turn out differently.
Yeah, no.
What's like a snowflake, you know, how... Yeah, oh my gosh. How many papers do you do for the lotus?
3.
Oh, Katie, look at that.
I'm trying to see. This is the one
Okay,
I
I'm
have
gonna-
trouble getting it to go back in
I'm
on
going to
itself.
take a
though.
video.
Well, what if I
that's
fail?
okay. Well, then we won't do anything with it.
See, it doesn't want to go back in on itself, but I'll pull it up.
Oops.
But see, this is where we run into the problem, because I think that this paper is too. See how it's just falling apart.
Oh.
Like, I don't know, maybe I'll try one more and make it a little more tight. Don't get my fat in your video.
So
Lonnie.
cool. Okay, sorry.
I'm gonna try it with the smaller paper.
Okay.
2.
So you use... Oh, yeah, you use 3, and then... So you do 2, 1 color, and 1...
You do 2 pink,
So,
or 2 of one color and then 1 green or whatever you want to use
2
for the
for the
leaves.
flower
Yeah,
color, and then...
2
okay.
and 1 for the leaf.
Okay, I'm gonna try
Um,
orange.
So far, I've had the best luck with the garlands because they seem a little easier to pull off.
Well, sometimes they pull them out, and it's like a stick. It's like
yeah, they call it a candlestick. You just put it in a jar on a table. They said,
Okay.
like a glass vase. Like that's a decoration too. I think that this paper though, this is where the difference in, be careful with that.
I know.
Lonnie's using an X-Acto knife handle with the blade in it.
I don't know. It's not gonna work. I don't know what I'm thinking. Dumb idea. When I could just grab a safer Sharpie
Yeah.
and use the handle to hold
But
it.
again, I think that tissue paper is not actually what they're using. It's what they are calling silk paper.
Yeah, I should Google that, huh?
I did. It looks like you can get it around like
import stores?
and some craft stores, although I didn't see any at Joann's or Michael's, but it's definitely a thing that like
It is different
but
than
a lot
tissue
of
paper.
it, well, yeah, but see, some of them when you are looking up silk paper, tissue paper comes up
Oh.
in your search. I just think that it's a slicker paper.
Yeah.
I think that's why it goes back in on itself so much easier.
Yeah. Or like maybe there's some, well, no, I was like maybe there's some waxiness to it or something, or
I don't know, man. But this stuff is so cool. Lonnie's so funny too because I texted her last night. So, like I said, this whole thing was going to be I wanted to learn how to make that lotus flower or the flower thing that I posted the video of. So, we were going to do a Doing Stuff episode about different ways to make flowers. So I just thought it would be fun.
yeah.
Mother's Day and spring and
yeah,
flowers are happening.
I love
and-
making flowers.
So I just thought, you know what? We'll just do an episode on making flowers. But then, the more that I started finding these videos and these just sweet, sweet men who were doing these awesome videos, and it was such a beautiful, beautiful craft. I thought, man, we should just do the episode on this. And also, I got a few more episode ideas when I was researching this. So we definitely have some more stuff coming about, inspired by
this paper.
Indian culture.
Yeah.
And the beautiful things that they do. And because they really do beautiful handicrafts.
I love the fact that they celebrate color. Like they have
Oh
a
my God,
celebration
me too.
about colors.
Do they?
Yeah. Have you
Oh,
ever
that's
seen that where they
amazing.
throw the colored
Oh my God.
powders?
Yes.
Everybody wears white.
Is that what that's about? Is the colors? Or is
Well,
it about
I mean,
something else?
I'm
They just use color as
in the
part of their
celebration.
celebration.
And to me, that's
Yeah.
like, wow, that is like celebrating colors.
I definitely want to learn a little bit more about the culture, and they're just, I do enjoy the colors. Like the colors are so, I love color, people.
Yeah.
All the colors.
Too.
Let's see if this one works now. I'm going to be really upset if I can't get this flower thingy to work.
Now
It's
remember,
just getting it to go back in on itself, though.
those
This is
guys
the
have
problem.
probably been doing this for a
Oh,
while.
yeah.
Probably
well,
since they were children.
You know me. I think I need to, if I want to know how to do something, I think I need to be able to just do it right off the bat.
Well, okay, here's another thing I've noticed about this tissue paper. One side seems to be smoother than the other.
Yeah.
So I bet there's a certain way that makes it work easier.
Yeah,
than
and again,
others.
I don't think that they're just using regular old cheap dollar store tissue paper.
Yeah.
So I may not be able to make the flower thing out of this, but I'm sure gonna fucking try.
Well, yeah.
But it would be worth it just for all these garland, like to make garland for your parties and stuff.
I know, like rainbow garland. It's so cute. And yeah, I did the cuts wrong, but it still turned out cool.
I don't think you did the cuts wrong.
I did. I see now that I did, but the middle should be a little more frilly, that's all. Like a little more
But
frill,
you just didn't
but-
make them as deep as they did. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Let's see.
Trying to do this a little bit at a time, and maybe I can push it down in sections instead of trying to pull the whole thing out and push it down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now I need to look at the instructions on how to cut the lotus.
Oops. This is like a loose book, so it's kind of flying around. Oh, here you go. It's
This one?
yep.
Hey, oh, sorry.
That's okay.
It's where you cut it almost all the way through. right?
Yeah, but just make one side longer than the other side.
Oh, okay. And then you make the leaf shape.
Okay, this is I kind of had to pull it out in sections, and it isn't as pretty, but there. I did it.
It's really pretty.
It wasn't as magical as the one that the guy did, because I had to, like I said, what I ended up doing was instead of pulling the whole flower up at once and then shoving it back down, like he does in the video, I kind of had to turn, pull, push, turn, pull, push. But I am going to take a picture of this lotus flower
It's
and post it on the Instagrams right now.
Yeah, it's really cute.
'Cause it's so pretty. Pretty, pretty. Oh my god. I'm happy, so I'm singing bad songs in a horrible voice. I can sing, people, really. I just don't do it very well sometimes. Actually, I used to be able to sing much better, but
Okay.
too many years
so
of smoking
then
cigarettes and screaming at rock
You
concerts.
fold it back, right? Like,
Oh, I didn't fold mine back. I didn't listen to the instructions. My dog has to potty all of a sudden.
oh.
So I'm going to ignore him a little bit. But we're not going to make this a super long one, mostly because I need to eat lunch. I'm fucking hungry. Fucking hungry.
Oh no. So this must mean it's too loose, right?
Yeah, probably.
Aw.
See, it's a trick. We're learning. Learning
Yep.
curves.
Yep. Dang it.
I'm going to log out here. And where do you think you would use this? Like, tell me. Like,
Me?
Yeah, like, we could decorate our houses. I'm
Yeah.
having a grown-up slumber party this week. And, wait, why is Instagram being so stupid right now?
Alright. My flower didn't turn out. That was me giving up.
That was her having a tantrum.
Uh-huh. But the garland was cool.
I'm
But
going to try a different kind of garland here in a second. I'm just logging into Instagram right now, so I can post this picture. It will also tweet. Oh my god, I
Okay,
just had to
no,
take my
pause
dog
it.
out to pee. Sorry. Well, you guys, I shouldn't say sorry. You don't know I was gone. I paused it.
I'm making a mess. I'm sorry.
Not only did I take him out to pee, he then had to smell all the things
Well, there's so much going on.
while he was
right
out
now.
there. I think he was waiting to sneak attack the person using the leaf blower.
Oh.
My dog's kind of an a-hole.
Are they still out there leaf blowing?
No, but he's
Oh.
holding a grudge.
Yeah.
I did cut that one purple one too wide. Let's go down there and get this one.
So on this video, he makes it look more like he's almost folding, and I'm wondering if that'll give me a...
Oh, I did make the purple ones way wider than the other ones. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You can just, like, cut them off.
I'll do orange and
Okay.
red. And yellow. I'm going to try a different kind of garland that I watched him make. So there's definitely a lot of this one's going to be like fire. There are different people doing videos on there, but I feel like a lot of them are one guy who's doing really great instruction.
Yeah.
Although, on a side note about tutorials, people are going to be so irritated with the paper crunching
I know,
on this
sorry.
video. Sorry.
I'm putting it back down.
Side note about tutorials. If you're making a fucking tutorial, don't fucking play the music louder than the person talking.
Yeah.
It's really annoying. It's really fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to sound all professional and edit in background music, then cut the voice out. Or make it really, really, really,
Really quiet.
really quiet. Like, it's not necessary. And it actually doesn't make you sound professional. It makes you sound like you don't know what you're doing, because then the thing that you're trying to teach people
They can't hear you.
can't hear. Nope, can't hear at all. Made me very crabby last night, because the one with the teacher that was, the guy that was teaching the classroom of kids. Because I was just totally loving their reactions to everything he did. They were like, woo, every time he did something new. It was like he was a goddamn musician. Magician.
Yeah, it is. Like those videos of the people making the, I think it's in Thailand, the ice cream, where they chop up the fruit and then they pour the cream on the frozen plate and they
I haven't seen
scrape
that
it
one,
and
but
swirl it,
have you
and
seen
it looks so good.
the
cotton candy
yes,
ones
that.
where they
I
make
was
like
making
flowers?
this.
Yes, it's like those where you're just like, what? Like how?
You know, I bet you
how is that happening?
20% of our communication happens with my stupid hand motions when I
I
can't
have
think
to
of
like
a word.
translate
Yeah.
Katie's hand motions.
Those are so cool, though. That makes me want to get cotton candy, even though I hate cotton candy.
I like it.
I only like it when it is fresh and hot from the fair.
Yeah.
Not even, it can't be the bag that they sell.
Ew. Yeah, they put weird flavors in those or something.
It has to be straight out of the... Well, you know, my friend Liz, before... And I wish that I still had some of these things because I'd give them back to her. So my friend Liz didn't have a kid for years. Like, I don't think she planned on having kids. But now she has a daughter who's 5.
Yeah.
So my son's 21. So for my son's entire childhood, she made it like her goal in life to buy presents that she thought were annoying. That like would annoy me. Like loud toys or messy things. And she bought him a fucking cotton candy machine.
Oh, jeez.
And it came with all the flavored sugars and stuff. And we used it for a while. But then we ran out of the flavored sugars. And I got online to look for them. And I realized... you just mix Kool-Aid packet with the sugar.
Oh.
And that's how you can flavor it.
Well, there you go.
But, so we had some crazy flavored Kool-Aid stuff for a while. And
did it work?
yeah. Although, I will say, I was quite tired of cotton candy. And that was the one thing that I got rid of when he was in high school. I was like, look, dude. Do you really need a cotton candy machine now that you're in high school? He's like, well, I don't know. I like cotton candy. I'm like, well, if we're going to keep it, then you're in charge of cleaning up the mess. He's like, nope, give it to Goodwill.
At least he's honest with, he knows himself.
Yeah, he does. He's kind of an a-hole. Well, and he, like, when we got the cat, he wanted a kitty and I wanted a kitty, and he got to name the dog, so I wanted to name the cat. And we were really, really into Deadwood at the time we got our cat. Like, we were rewatching it for, like, the second time.
Yeah.
And I fucking love Calamity Jane on that show so much. And so that's why our kitty's named Calamity Jane.
Oh.
Calamity Jane Kitty. But because he didn't get to pick the cat's name, he said he didn't have to clean the litter box. And he has not cleaned the litter box since we got the cat.
Wow.
Nope, she's your cat. You clean your litter box, Mom. Kind of a jerk.
Here.
Oh. These episodes get so quiet. I'm so sorry, everybody, but we are making cool shit, I promise.
I need some stronger scissors.
See, this is just it, our scissors. Do you want to try these?
I'll try these.
I'll try these. I don't know why that cut one side and it won't cut the other side. It's pissing me off, yo.
Oh yeah, these ones.
Careful, man.
I know. These ones. Okay,
I'm gonna
now
try
he
those
does
ones.
that.
These are my newest ones, so.
And then...
Thank you, Mod Podge, for sending me strong scissors. Oh,
yeah.
Because these do work better than my crappy other ones. My retired sewing scissors. Okay, now I'm going to try this. Oh, boo. We are being too quiet.
Oh. So I'm watching this tutorial while this guy does this.
Okay, here we go. What do you think?
Oh, you did it. Oh my gosh. Yay.
I only used 3 because,
Nice.
yeah, these garland are cool. And yeah, you guys are going to definitely want to look at our website for video of this shit so you can see it all happening more magically than we're doing it right now. Because see, now I'm ripping my garland because some of it's stuck.
Yeah, it's I can tell that, you know, these guys that make these videos have definitely had practice.
They've been doing this for a very long time.
Mm-hmm. And they have their strong man hands to cut all this paper.
Yeah, you need sharp fucking scissors for sure.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
no glue.
Little booklet. I'm going to find this booklet and post a link to where you can get it too. So that you can then see, oh, this is cool too. And you know what I'm noticing also is a lot of this, there's a little bit of crossover with Mexican culture
Yeah.
in these flowers also.
Yes.
Because you see a lot of it in like the piñatas.
Yeah.
And party decorations for that too. So I don't think it's exclusive to India. But yeah, I think that we're going to wrap this one up because I don't like to make the doing stuff episodes too awfully long, but I do want to see if this one works for Lonnie first before we go. She's like looking nervous. Oh, I think I got sidetracked. What I was saying last night is when I texted you that we were doing this, Lonnie texted back and goes, yeah, I don't see myself being able to do this, Katie, but it'll be neat to learn. But then you watched the videos.
Yeah.
And
I was
you
like,
learned.
well, maybe I could.
Yeah.
But here's where I knew that it was going to be difficult is how do you find the middle, you know? Oh, there we go. I got one side.
You'll get it.
Middle. Because you have to pull it from the middle and that.
Yeah, that's how I ripped mine.
Well, I can do one side of it.
Oh, it ripped. That's the thing is.
I just can't
I
find
think
the
it
middle.
takes practice for sure. This is what we're learning here.
Yep.
It's definitely a practice makes perfect situation. But yeah, I think you guys should try. Oh, you got it.
Got it.
There,
The
she's
sound
making
of it
more garland.
Pulling. Oh. Oh. Ah.
Woohoo!
Rainbows.
It is pretty fucking cool.
It's really cool.
You guys should try some art, some Indian paper art.
Yeah.
We're gonna post a ton of videos on the website so that you can see
Check 'em
how
out.
it's done. See how
Yeah.
it's done. Try it for yourself. You know, these would be fun for any kind of party. Like I said, I might put this garland up and decorate for my grown-up slumber party.
I know. See, I'm making a rainbow one, and it's almost time for Pride.
Oh
so,
yeah, Pride.
You know,
Are you taking Colin to Pride this time?
I,
Because I might tag along if you guys go.
you know, probably. Unless something else is going on, yeah.
Alright. I might meet you downtown if you don't mind.
Yeah,
If you
it's
don't
so
mind me tagging
fun.
along.
It's fun.
So anyway,
I think I got it.
Lonnie got it. We're gonna take a picture. We're hanging this on my unfinished Cthulhu painting right now because the
Yeah.
easel's still standing there.
I made a rainbow garland, you guys.
She did. She's
I
very
did.
excited.
It's not the most beautiful rainbow garland, but
It's a beautiful rainbow garland. Yeah, you guys, this is so much fun. And again, it's like a little magic trick when you pull it out.
yeah,
All from just rolling paper.
it is.
It's super fun.
It is
So-
super fun.
Next week, Lonnie and I are going to be back talking about giving you our tips and recommendations on sewing with knit fabrics because they can be a bit of a challenge. And also, Lonnie and I are going to be doing a challenge, an upcycle challenge, and we wanted to prepare you guys for that by giving you some tips and pointers so that maybe you can sew along with us or do some upcycling with us. So anyway, until then, go make some cool shit, yo!
Do it now.
And decorate it with pretty fucking paper.
Yes.
Good morning, Katie. This is your friend. I'm recording on the new Tascam. I'm trying to figure out what the buttons do, but every once in a while I take a break to poo.